I never really quite understood why Paul made it a habit to witness the sunrise every single day of his life. At first, I thought it was to remind himself that there was still some beauty left in this world. Or maybe that the light of a new day will take him further away from the days he spent at war. Paul returned from Vietnam on the 23rd of May, 1975. During the fall of Saigon, he managed to save a dozen wounded men who were able to go back to their families. He received medals and honors from the Army, but what was hard for him to carry was the label hero. Paul lost himself in the shadow of a man who once knew true happiness, a man who once lived for a passion that history stole from him.
Yes?
Hey, Paul. Jackie, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. How are you doing? How's my favorite sister?
You mean your only sister? And it's Mr. Rush, but you know me, hanging in there as always.
When am I going to see you guys down here?
I don't think we're going to be able to spend time in the condo this summer. We got tickets for a hiking trip to Europe. My family's going to join us. And there's room for you too if...
No, that's okay. My hiking days are well behind me. Sounds like fun, though. I'm sure Jeremy will have a blast.
Don't even mention it. He can't stop talking about it. They studied the French Revolution in history class this year, and he can't wait to get to Paris and see where they decapitated the king.
That sounds just like him.
Speaking of history, I had one of the most extraordinary students this semester. She's preparing her thesis for her master's degree, and she wanted to focus on the Vietnam War. And, as a matter of fact, she will be in Florida this summer.
Jackie, I don't...
No, wait, just hear me out. I know you don't like to talk about that stuff. You resist it, in fact. But you have such an incredible story to tell. And this girl, she needs to hear it from you.
Jackie, I don't like to get into all that. I'd just as soon leave it all behind.
Please, do this for me. We all share good and bad memories. You never know when you can relate to the person that's sitting right in front of you.
Okay. I'll answer a few of her questions.
Thank you so much, Paul. You are the best. I'll let you know when she's gonna be by. Her name is JESS. She's amazing. You'll see. I gotta go. I love you.
And love you too. Hello, you must be Jess.
Yes, that would be me. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Welcome, come in. Jess, this way. I've got bottled water in the kitchen if you'd like.
Oh, I'm okay, thank you, sir.
Oh, please, I prefer Paul to sir.
Thank you so much for talking with me. This means the world.
Sure, whatever.
So, I don't know how much Miss Miller has told you about me already, but My name is Jess. I'm finishing my master's degree in history next semester, and I'm preparing my thesis, which is on the heroic stories of the Vietnam War. And now I know this may sound a little vague, but
First of all, dear, there's something you should be clear on. That war was far more horrible than it was heroic.
Of course, I can't even imagine the horrors that you've witnessed, and war is one of the worst things to ever happen. But there are dozens of men, as we speak now, who owe you their lives for what you did during the final Battle of Saigon. They all have families, children, and grandchildren living in peace in the United States. And they've all had such remarkable things to say about you. But you never spoke publicly about it. Nowhere I could find, anyway.
Are you just here to regurgitate what you read in the official file? Or do you really want to find out what happened over there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just trying to understand.
Look, obviously you've got the facts. There's nothing more to understand, really. It was a war. We did what we had to. We got out. We came home. Some still wear the marks. We all bear the burden.
But how is being a hero a burden? Paul? Did I say something wrong?
Hey. I'm sorry I ran out on you, bailed out on you back there. There's parts of the story I've been trying to get away from for a long time. For different reasons. I thought by keeping most of it to myself was an easy way to get beyond it, but seems there's no easy way to do that. I don't. When did you start playing?
My grandma used to be in a band. Everybody went on and on about how amazing she was. How she would win over the crowd with just a few notes.
I know that feeling. Back in the day, jazz was my thing. I spent many an hour in those smoky clubs, listening, watching, learning from some of the most passionate, talented musicians I'd ever laid eyes on. After a while, they actually let me sit in. I gotta tell you, that first moment on stage, people reacting to the music we were creating, it was a gift. Jazz allowed me to become what I was supposed to be, which is a musician. And also helped me fall in love. And then Uncle Sam came calling. When I got out, all I wanted to do was get back to my former life. And to the woman I loved, but she wasn't there. I don't know where she went, I don't know why. I looked, but I never found her. I only volunteered because it was a milk run.
Milk run?
Military slang for an easy job. All I had to do was get a vehicle, drive out to an aid station, pick up some wounded guys, drive to a rally point, and we'd all be choppered out of Dodge. So, I got out there, I was loading them up, and what we heard turned out to be a mixed unit of North Vietnamese and local VC. Lucky for us, they'd already been celebrating. I barely had time to set up the ambush that they all stumbled into. Me and a couple of the walking wounded. We killed them all. There was no prisoners. So what you won't read in that official's file that you had is that I killed at least twice as many, if not 3 times as many men as I got out of there that day. Seems they were running out of heroes, so that's what they decided to call me. But I'll tell you, in the dark of night when sleep won't come, hero sometimes feels like just the opposite side of the coin from killer.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you had the guts to ask the question. And for some reason, you seem to actually care. You know, you remind me of someone.
What was her name?
Her name was Patricia.
My grandma gave me this guitar before she passed away. She said she received it as a gift from someone who she loved dearly. Back when she played from her passion, a long time ago. I'm playing in town on Saturday night. The date and the time are in there. And maybe it's not too late for you to find what you were looking for. I'll see you around.
Write something beautiful while I'm gone. But remember, never play anything the same way twice.
Promise me you'll come back.
I promise. I'll see you around, Patricia.
We'll see you around.
It's a beautiful cycle, isn't it?
Jackie?
You spend your entire life searching for something. And when you stop for a moment, that thing you've been looking for just magically appears.
City lights, neon glow, endless maze.
Just came to me after I gave a lecture about the war and you. Your story being heard and shared allows it to find its conclusion. She is Patricia's granddaughter. She's finally found you.
Put your hand in mine, tell me it's alright. Found our way, we're here to stay. Placing clues, evening hues, led me to our rendezvous in our pastime paradise. Walk with me tonight, let me think you never left. Put your hand in mine, tell me it's alright. Found our way, we're here to stay.